What's up, everybody? I'm back, Ronnie McKee. You listen to Ronnie Sports Podcast. I got my guy with me, Sam Shields, with me today.
What's going on? What's going on?
Um, so before I get into everything, just like, subscribe, let me know, comment after I'm done. Make sure, you let me know what you think. We're about to get into, what it is, NFL about to start up in 2 weeks. So we about to get into a breakdown of NFC. We're gonna start off with the NFC. Um, Definitely let me know what y'all think because we're about to go in on all these teams. So so get ready. Like, subscribe, comment. Without further ado, we're going to start with the NFC West. Obviously, San Francisco went to the Super Bowl last year, so we're starting with the NFC West. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let Sam go first. What do you think about the NFC West, and who do you got winning the division?
For the NFC West, I still got 49ers going. I've got them winning. It's still a really good team. I don't think much has changed. Did they figure out the Ayuk situation yet? I don't think so.
No. Okay, so this is what's crazy. So he said he want his money, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Okay, you want your money. They was about to send him to Cleveland where he could have got his money. Guess what he said? No, I think I'll restructure my deal.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Oh yeah.
well, yeah, San Francisco, Cali,
Yeah. Or
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, you
I
better get
think I might
right.
take less and stay in Cali.
I know I would. Shit, you ain't finna
I,
send me
I,
where they say
I don't know about
careers
that
to
because
die.
Deshaun Watson had 230 mil.
Okay, I get the money,
Shit,
but your career is done after that.
I mean,
Ain't too many can fight out of that fight out of that Cleveland
uh,
Brown jump. They
all right,
did look good. They
but
have looked good. They
here's
look
what here's
decent.
what here's what I've been thinking though. Even as good as Ayuk is, would you say he's a top 10 wide receiver?
How he played towards the end of last year, it looked like he was on pace to be top 10, but I don't.
I'm not even sure if I can put him top 12.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because he's
Okay,
playing at a
so
high level at the end of the season.
no,
I'm
no,
trying
I'm
to see.
saying, but it's not a knock on him though. It's just
Yeah.
how good the wide receivers are nowadays. And it's like I'm sitting over there thinking he's definitely a wide receiver one, but he's not the top echelon wide receiver one. So I'm trying to figure out how much does he want because I feel like for him, 25 mil should be a range for him.
hmm
I feel like that's the range. But everybody see Jay Jez just went for 35, and everybody like, well, shoot, I should be close to that, right?
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
but
You
that's
you
us as
might be
fans
good,
talking.
but you not that good.
That's us as fans talking though, because they believe that they just if they don't believe that they just as good as him, they believe they're somewhere on that level.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you got the 49ers winning. Obviously they got that problem with him. They still got Ricky Pearsall from Florida coming in also. So
hmm
they added
hmm
another weapon for sure. Los Angeles Rams losing Aaron Donald, I think is going to be huge for them. Not even for on the field. I just think leadership alone. Like when you got him,
Yeah.
it's just a different feel.
How'd you
I
feel
mean,
about your How'd you feel about your boy Stinson Bennett out there
hey,
preseason?
hey, he making Georgia look good. He
Eh,
making us look good. Shoot, a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jake Fromm and Jacob Eason made us look like fools. Uh,
yeah.
but but hey, he making us look good. 2 time back to back. Yeah, Seattle Seahawks. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't believe in Geno Smith. That's just the knock on it. Like they got DK Metcalf, but we barely hear from him. Like we talking about Brandon Ayuk, and we being real. DK Metcalf, as far as physical attributes, is up there, but he just do we hear from him?
Okay, I thought you were about to say Brandon Ayuk was better than
No, 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 no. I was saying his.
I was
I
about
was
to
saying
say. Okay.
no, no. I was saying physical attributes. Like we don't hear
Yeah.
from like DK Metcalf like as much as we should. And then you got obviously Arizona Cardinals. I feel like they just rebuilding right now. Picking up Marvin Harrison Jr. was
They've
huge
been
for them.
rebuilding
That was
forever.
definitely huge. It really wasn't rebuilding. They was actually pretty good a few years ago. Now
When
when D Hop first went there,
when D Hop first
when he
went there.
first went,
Oh, okay.
when he first went, when he was top 2 wide receiver in the NFL.
Mm-hmm,
Now
mm-hmm.
now like I said, they just in rebuild mode. So like I said, I got 49ers going. We also gonna give our breakdown of who you think is gonna make the playoffs also. So make sure y'all let us know who y'all think about that also. But for right now, like I said, I got 49ers winning the division too. I just think Aaron Donald not being there for the Rams is gonna be a huge loss for them.
Yeah, I still feel like they had a solid defense. I think they'll still have a solid defense without Aaron Donald, even though Aaron Donald is special. But either way, their offense is still very good too. So we shall see. I think if anybody has a chance of competing against the 49ers, it would be them,
Yeah,
at
that's
least in
that's
the
the only
West.
that's the only shot I gave. It's the only shot I gave. But like I said, we ain't gonna spend too much time on the NFC West because it's not enough. It's not really a lot of arguing going on from the NFC West. So we're gonna kick over to NFC East. Um, we already know we got America's team,
The Cowgirls. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
man. Mediocrity at its finest. We got
Yeah.
America's team, Dallas Cowboys. We
Yep.
got Philly.
Yep.
We got the Giants, and
Yep.
we got Washington Commanders. All right, so I'll start with this one right here. I do got the Eagles winning the division. Now,
Okay.
I believe that Saquon being added is going to be huge for them. Just given that he hasn't had a line for pretty much most of his career.
Yeah.
The Giants didn't do him any favor. My bad. We're in this division, so guess what? I get to talk about the Giants also. So I'm gonna start off with the Eagles, but I need to talk about the Giants too. So he has a line now. That's actually my bad. I'm tripping. They just lost Jason Kelsey, so that's a huge loss for them. Um,
They still had that leadership and still instill stuff in Jason Kelsey. Yeah, it's a
he
huge
he
loss,
was
but
the
still,
reason behind. He was part. I mean, let's say he a whole reason, but he is a lot of the reason why Tush Push was working. A
yeah.
lot of the reason. So you lost him. You also signed Reddick. Also, Fletcher Cox being gone is a loss. Also, so uh Dallas stayed the same. They stayed the same. Washington, they got Jaden Daniels, but I mean he's
Dallas,
a
we got to
rookie.
see if Dallas, we got to see if CeeDee Lamb going to sign.
And I'm glad you just brought up CD Lamb. They offered this man 33 million. He said no.
That's crazy. That is very crazy.
They offered him 33 million. I was reading that. I said, I hope I was reading a source that
Not
was that
reputable.
was yeah. Because if not, I'm just trying to figure out like, all right, so let's keep in mind, Jay Jettis and Tyreek Hill, we believe they wanted too, right?
Mm-hmm.
CD Lamb did have a great year last year. I will say he had a great year. But are we gonna say he's on that level as far as with Jay Jettis and Tyreek Hill?
I'm not
You
going to
think most
disrespect.
people?
I think he's up there. Me personally, I would prefer Jay Jettis and Tyreek Hill if you're making me choose. But I think he's up there. I think he's one of the top wide receivers, especially
I,
the type of numbers he puts up. So I think he's up there. I don't think pay wise, if we're going off pay,
I'm
he should
saying
not be
33
getting
mil
paid.
should be acceptable for him.
Yeah. And let me rephrase that because I don't care that much because they're all getting paid a bunch of millions of dollars. But yeah, if I got to pick between the three, it's going to be Jay Jettis, Tyreek, and then CD.
Yeah.
That'll be the order.
So I think everybody would kind of agree that CD is third. So that's what I'm saying. 33 shouldn't be bad for him. Given that
Mm-hmm.
Jay Jettis get paid 35. I don't know what he's aiming for. I don't know. Jerry Jones
You
ain't
want to
even
break
paid
that
Dak
number?
Prescott.
Yeah.
Look, Jerry Jones ain't paid Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones ain't paid Michael Parsons. Jerry Jones looking around like,
See what Jerry Jones said? He said,
Yeah, he said,
he basically
yeah,
said he ain't worried.
he said, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried. And what
So I put him, I put him on a
what CD
franchise.
Lamb talking about some LOL. Nah, boy. It ain't no LOL.
Yeah.
You better
He better
that's
ask
not the
Dak
head.
about it. Better
Yeah,
ask
that's
Dak
not
about it. Dak said I had to go into the final days of my contract.
exactly that boy. Yeah, that ain't the head coach. That's not an assistant coach. That's not even the GM. That's the owner telling you, yeah, I'm not worried about that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not even focused on that right now. that
I'm
would
not even
be
worried about that. That's
yeah, that doesn't even concern me right now. I'm focused on what I can control. And you gonna you gonna post the LOL? Nah, I'm sorry, brother. That
I ain't
hurts.
gonna lie to you. Like, it is crazy when you sit over here and think about it. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. What you mean you're not worried? That's your top wide receiver. You're not getting that much money out of me.
I
You know
will say
that?
is if CD went down, not injured, but like let's say he didn't start the season, I think he would get his money very, very quickly because I believe that offense wouldn't. I don't see too much with the offense as far as
Yeah.
he's not. He kind of got to be a decoy for a lot of them to be successful.
Yep.
And
And they
then
got rid of a lot of players and didn't replace any of them. I feel like they got
yeah,
rid of Tony Pollard. Um, yeah, they got rid of a few people and just didn't really replace them
they
like
got
that
Zeke
to make
back.
them. Yeah, they got rid of a lot of people and didn't replace. So, yeah, they got Zeke back. Have you seen Zeke in the in these practices and any of the? Granted, it is just clips that I'm seeing, but I don't have any faith in Zeke, man. I'm happy that he's back in Dallas, but hey, it might be. I actually let me not say that. I was gonna say it might be that time. It might be.
He's been in the
Hey,
league for like 7, 8 years, ain't
yep, you had a good run. He's giving me Eddie Lacy vibes. Giving me Eddie Lacy. He giving me Eddie Lacy vibes, buddy from Green Bay. He giving me those type of vibes. Like, all right, it might be time to
it?
hang this one up.
All right.
But
Well, let me give a little breakdown of the rest of the teams. Obviously, we talked about the Eagles and the Cowboys.
yeah,
Um, I do believe the Washington took a huge step getting a quarterback because I do believe that Terry McLaurin is a lot better than we saw in the past few years. I believe they also got a few weapons or whatever. They lost Samuels. He ended up going to the Bills, so I think that was a loss for them. He was a physical like runner as far as after the catch. Um, them picking up Eckler, I mean that might help in the rush attack a little bit. Um, but really, like I said, Jaden Daniels is a rookie, so it's hard for us to know like gauge how he's going to be. He's had an all right preseason so far. They only play like one or two possessions, and
yeah,
that's about it. So we didn't get to see too much from him. And
yeah.
The Giants are just
Terrible. Watching
this,
the Hard Knocks
this,
episodes, it just kind of solidifies how terrible these guys are, and
I'm
like
just
they're
gonna
literally just.
I'm just gonna say it. Giants are fucked. I'm just gonna go ahead and
You
say it.
guys are cooked.
Dan- Daniel Jones. See, this is where they messed up at. I feel like Saquon was always like the best player on the offense, but
Yeah, for sure.
for some reason, all these organizations are trying to push for like the quarterback being the best player. Daniel Jones is never the best player.
Yeah, well, and then you got to think too. They're trying to. It feels like they're trying to get rid of the running back position.
Yeah.
So it feels like all the teams are saying you're not that important. Running backs aren't that important. You guys get hurt too much. You guys' careers don't last. X, Y, and Z. And so they took that risk. And it's crazy how much money they put into Daniel Jones, which is literally bananas to me because I don't understand how
They
or
signed him
why.
like they signed him like 2 years ago when he had one good season, and they signed
Yeah, it
him
was
off
just
that.
one good season, just one good
And
season, and it
and he
was barely
hasn't been.
that good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
It wasn't even
average.
like, yeah, it was an average year. And they were like, oh my goodness, this is the second coming of Eli Manning. And it's like, no, that's not what
So
that is.
let me put it like this: Malik Neighbors is about to be pissed
Oh, pissed
because
off.
he just went from Jaden Daniels, who was launching the ball to him, to Daniel Jones, who he's probably gonna be chasing after cornerbacks trying to get the ball back
Yeah,
from.
he's gonna turn into a DB. Be Travis Hunter. He's gonna be Travis
Shoot.
Hunter out there. You already seen him fighting with everybody, so at least you know
Yeah,
he got some
yeah.
dog
At
in
least he
him.
got. Yeah, I was just
at
about. At least he got some fire in him. You know that for
least he
sure.
got
He
some
got some
fire
fire.
in him.
He
I
bet.
could already see it's
Hey,
gonna be some Stephon Diggs vibes on the sideline with Malik Neighbors and Daniel Jones for sure.
I'm trying to think about what movie that was. You ever saw National Security when the guy was going to jail or whatever, and he was fighting on a bus or whatever off the bus?
No.
So he was fighting off the bus or whatever, and then like they stopped the fight or whatever, and it was a dude next to him who was supposed to be like his, prison mate or whatever. He
Yeah.
talks, hey man, you better keep that fight. And then he did like this. There was a whole bunch of black people right there just waiting for him to come in. And that's how Malik Neighbors is. You better keep that
Line them
fight.
up.
You know, look at
Yeah,
everybody.
keep that fight. You better, because it's gonna be a long season for you.
Yeah. Man, he about to go through it, but I believe that the Giants will try to get a quarterback next year.
Mm-hmm.
Given that Daniel Jones, I don't think he's the answer, but like I said, we'll see. But right now, like I said, I got the Eagles winning that division. Who would you get, the Eagles or the Cowboys?
I still got the Eagles. I
Eagles,
think they
man.
I think they just got better. I don't think they really missed out on anything. I think they just got better. It's giving me 49er vibes. Just yeah, they're just getting better. That's all.
Now we going to where I love to go to. We're going to the
The Dirty
NFC South.
Birds. Dirty
That and
Birds.
that NFC South. That's where we going. That is where we going.
If y'all don't know, he got some energy because they are the best team in this division
Yeah.
right here.
So we about to get into this. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, Falcons fan, and I say this with so much emotion. The past 2 years have been rough. We had to deal with Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder, and Taylor Heineke. So when you give us a quarterback, I'm not even gonna say Kirk Cousins is top 5 or top 8. When you give us a quarterback that's respectable,
Yeah.
we kind of get a little excited. Said just put the ball in the wide receiver's hands,
Yeah.
and we might, so just having that alone
Some throwing
changes.
power. It's
Yeah, yeah,
finally some excitement.
yeah.
Finally get to see the ball going through the
Like,
air.
like we're not even talking about we got a Mahomes. We're not talking about we got Allen or Lamar Jackson. We're just talking about a quarterback who can put the ball in the wide receiver's hands that
Yep.
makes it exciting.
Yep.
Now, given Kirk Cousins do be putting up numbers now. So I'm not gonna sit over here and act like Kirk Cousins will be putting up some numbers.
I know you're excited.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
put an asterisk
And
next
then,
to that. He
wait. We got
puts up some numbers.
look, guess what? We got some defensive players too.
Okay. I was about to say
We
he puts
got
up
some
some
defensive
numbers.
players. We don't got us Matthew Judon. We don't got the pass rusher. Everybody was
I know
mad at
big
us in the draft.
pickups. Judon and Simmons.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get into Simmons too.
Oh, my fault, my
Everybody was
fault, my
mad at
fault.
us in the draft, talking about why we didn't pick up a defense end. Granted, I agreed with them, but also I disagreed with them because I saw the past 2 years. And I said I would have got a quarterback too. About to go through that again. I am not going through that again. You know how
I don't
hard
think
it was
people
for me to
were.
go.
No, let's tailor this because I don't think people were upset that it was two quarterbacks. It was just odd that you paid the first quarterback so much money to go pick up another quarterback so early in the draft.
It was a whole bunch of discussions all over the place. For one, you
At
got
least for
Kirk
me,
Cousins,
that's what
right?
my thing is.
Yeah. I'm saying I've been hearing discussions from all over the place. All right, so you got Kirk Cousins, obviously. Granted, you pay him a lot of money. That money wasn't gonna go anywhere anyway. Like, unless you was gonna pick up a defensive player, which you still can do. Like, they still have money to pick up a defensive player. But unless you was gonna do that, it was really like Drake London, his contract isn't up yet. Kyle Pitts, his contract isn't up yet. Bijan was a rookie. There's nobody on our defense that, you're gonna have to pay Jesse Bates, but he just came last year, so you pay him. You're gonna have to pay AJ Terrell. I mean, but I don't think AJ Terrell is gonna demand top cornerback money. and you paid Gray Jarrett. So like you tried to pick up defensive players, none of them came or anything like that. You still had money to pick them up. So my thing was, you just realized, you just saw what you went through in the past 2 years. And you went through that because when you had Matt Ryan, you said, okay, well, we got Matt Ryan. We can take some years off as far as not getting a QB. When we saw Matt Ryan toward his later stages, it was like, maybe we should get a QB. And they still trying to get wide receivers and stuff like that. Matt Ryan leaves us. We're left with those guys over the past 2 years.
Those
And
guys.
I don't want to say a name, but it didn't look good. It didn't look
Yeah.
good these past 2 years. It's been hard to watch because I saw them literally, as bad as I believe our defense was, not last year, but the year before, as bad as I believe our defense was, I saw our quarterback blow at least 6 games over the past 2 years. And these are playoff type. Like, we would have been in the playoffs. Now, probably got our ass whooped anyway in the playoffs. So that's not
Yeah.
saying much. But I saw them blow like 6 games in the past 2 years. Just QB throwing picks in the end zone, in our end zone. Fumbling the ball in the red zone. I mean, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
Terrible.
So
Terrible football.
I agree with them getting the quarterback. I agree. I'm not about to watch that no more. That's it. I saw enough. And I can only imagine them being in the stands looking at the game. They were sick to their stomach. I already know. But we do gotta talk about the whole division. So I'm sorry. I kept us on the Falcons for a while. We picked up Justin Simmons, another ball hawk, like that in the background too. 2 ball hawk safeties, pretty good corner, and Matthew July rushing, Grady Jerry in the middle. So set up pretty good.
Solid team.
Saints, I feel like they just in the same spot they was in. Like Derek Carr, Derek Carr is one of those guys that's just I don't know about. And he's been in the league too long for you not to know about this guy. Like he's been in the league for too long for you not to know about him. So Carolina doesn't have a number one wide receiver. They put Deontay Johnson at number one. Deontay Johnson's a wide receiver 3, if I'm being real with you.
Yeah, because
They
who they
put
got?
him at 1.
Deontay Johnson, and then Adam Thielen.
Yeah. They line looked awful last year.
Yeah.
Like
Terrible.
it looked so bad that it made Bryce Young look like was he really supposed to be a number 1 pick? And
that's what a lot of people were saying.
Honestly, I know a Carolina fan, and I joke with him a lot about this. They got robbed. Just think about this. So, first of all, the trade Bryce Young for DJ Moore alone, Chicago won that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you traded 2 number ones, two first round picks, my bad, not 2 number ones, 2 first round picks.
Yeah.
You trade a number 1 pick that you didn't believe you was gonna have this year. You turned out to be a number 1 pick this year. So basically you traded a number 1 for number 1. And you trade another first round. And you trade your number 1 wide receiver. And you trade your offensive lineman. You can't make that up.
Somebody was in that office trying to cook up some terrible mess. Like, what can
really
we do to put this organization in a worse position?
All right, so for one, Bryce Young and Caleb Williams' careers are kind of going to be linked because of this now. Because you traded number 1 for number 1, so their careers are kind of going to be linked because of this now.
Yeah.
So Bryce Young has to outplay Caleb Williams.
How preseason looking? That's not gonna happen.
And that's the truth of that.
How preseason is looking for that boy Caleb Williams. That is not happening. That guy is playing at a high level.
Yeah, for sure. And Tampa Bay is probably Atlanta's biggest biggest threat because
that's what I was gonna
they
say.
did win the division last year. They did. Baker Mayfield is playing better. I will say that. I've never been the biggest Baker Mayfield fan.
I rock with Baker Mayfield.
I already know. I ain't never been the biggest fan, so given that, I do gotta admit he played good. Mike Evans always gonna give you 1,000 yards. Always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just Godwin. Did Godwin get injured last year?
I think he did.
Yeah, yeah. Um, they still got a good defense. Still got pretty good defense. So they're gonna be Falcons' biggest threat. I still got Falcons winning the division for sure. Um,
If y'all don't win,
but
that will be definitely terrible. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
for sure.
There might be a curse on y'all.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I got the Falcons winning the division. And that brings us to NFC North. If y'all don't know, he's a Minnesota Vikings fan.
Yeah,
So we're
yeah.
gonna start
The
off
hardest
with
division in the
yeah,
league.
yeah. Nah, it's not. It's not.
What you mean it's
So
not?
it's not. We'll break
Chicago
that down.
Bears are dang. Okay,
We'll
go ahead.
break that down later. We'll break that down later. Right now, we're gonna finish this and we'll give our playoffs predictions. Then we can break down that after that. But
Go ahead.
NFC North, I'm gonna let you start off. This is your division. So I'm gonna kick back and let you start off.
Yeah, NFC North. Well, I'll start off with my team since you started off with yours. Minnesota Vikings. We are underwater. We are probably the worst position we could possibly be in. We did get Jettas to sign his contract, so we are good to go there in wide receiver area. We picked up Aaron Jones, so the running back from Green Bay. I like Aaron Jones. People still are kind of iffy on him. Wonder if he has a lot left in the tank, but I like the way that Green Bay played him, where it's kind of a Deebo Samuels type role, where he's kind of out of the backfield catching passes. And I feel like he'll be impactful there. Um, we did pick up Dallas Turner in our draft, and we also picked up JJ McCarthy, who tore his meniscus in a preseason game. After an amazing preseason game, I had so much faith in him. I even hit the
Also
group
amazing.
chat. It was a good preseason game. You got to see somebody go down their first drive, throw an interception, welcome to the league, then learn from that and say, okay, here I come, 2 bombs down the field
And those
for a
people was, I
touchdown.
think those was practice squad guys.
Practice squad guys, let's get out of here. Let's not. Okay, granted, even if they were, let's look at what all the other rookies did. Even Michael Penix only stayed on for a drive. I think even with that, JJ McCarthy still had good numbers. I think my whole thing was even if it was against practice guys, the same argument that I think I've heard from you and a couple other people is that he doesn't throw the ball or he can't throw the ball or his team in college was mainly run offense, which is completely true. And I think that preseason game showed me like, okay, he can throw the ball, he can put it on the money regardless if it's the second string or third string guys. He got those reps in against NFL talent. Those guys will most likely still make a roster if he's out there playing with them. Either way.
I will agree with you on that. He did show that he can throw the ball. I will agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
and I think
Yeah.
that's the bigger portion of it. But either way, so he goes down. So now we're at Sam Darnold, who is our starting quarterback. So we shall see what he does uh for this season. Sam Darnold is a journeyman. Been all over the place. I think his
Man,
last home
I,
was the
I
49ers.
I heard people try to make excuses. Man, somebody went in. They said, man, he'll be on Jets, he'll be on Panthers, he'll be on 49ers, now he's on Vikings. Any excuses does this guy get?
Yeah,
Oh, man,
it's
everybody keep
definitely
saying,
tough.
team this, team this.
I've seen some people throwing out the idea of possibly trading for Russell Wilson, but I think we'd be in the same situation where we don't get better. He's
I
just a
don't think
household name.
Russell
Go
Wilson
ahead.
is for next week. I'm just gonna let everybody know who's watching this. We're gonna give an AFC breakdown next week.
Yeah,
But I don't think Russell Wilson processes information too well. So I
yeah.
mean,
And plus, I wouldn't
I
even
watch
want that. If anything, I would want a Justin Fields over that if possible, but I doubt they would give up
I got
either one of
JJ
those guys.
McCarthy, so there's no point in y'all getting Justin
Exactly.
Fields.
Exactly. That's why I said I would only use that as a band-aid to wait until JJ McCarthy comes back. But it does make me sad because we won't get any reps. Green Bay Packers, they look really good.
I
I
got Josh Jacobs too.
they got Josh Jacobs. Um, Green Bay Packers look really good. Detroit Lions still look good. And the Chicago Bears. I think the Chicago Bears, just from what I've seen in preseason, like I kind of mentioned earlier, Caleb Williams looks like he's the number one guy.
Yeah.
He looks and
Now,
plays like he's the
now,
number one guy.
now, I will say this: I need to see him drop back and just pass, like just drop back and pass more. Now, a lot of
And
his stuff is
I think that'll
improv.
come.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like a lot of his stuff is improv. I do want to see him drop back and pass a little bit more. But yeah, he definitely looks like that guy, Definitely. Now, I will say that Chicago did a good job of setting him up. They did
Hmm.
a real good job of setting him up. They gave that man a line, they gave that man DeAndre Swift, they gave him
Yep.
Keenan Allen, they gave
Yep.
that man Rome. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, but Duzanier, I don't know how to say his last name. But they set him up pretty well.
Yep.
Um this year I do got I ain't like you, our friend is gonna be laughing when he hears I got Detroit winning the division. Got
I don't
Green
have
Bay coming
Detroit.
in.
I got Green
Who you
Bay.
got? I can see Green Bay winning, but I gotta see if Jared Goff and Jordan Love is both on show me years. Both of them had pretty
Yeah.
good years last year, but they don't show me years now.
Yeah.
So Jordan Love just got that money. Now he gotta show why he got that money. Jared Goff, he had a great season last year. It was to the point where I was like, is that Jared Goff? Now he gotta show me again.
Yeah.
They
Until
did a good job of
you
setting.
was asking if it was Jared Goff until they went to play the 49ers.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. That's him.
yeah, yeah. That's the guy we
That's
remember.
that's the
Yep,
guy
that's
right there. Okay. That is Jared Goff. Great. Back to
they
reality.
also a defense they helped them out. They got some secondary help now.
That's true.
So
That is true.
but yeah, we coming up on 8 minutes left. So we about to go ahead and give our playoff breakdown. By the way, I don't have Minnesota going to yeah, they just missing a lot. Losing Daniel Hunter is a lot also.
You think so?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I definitely think so.
Nah,
Um,
we replaced him. We got the guy from Texas. What's his name? I forgot the dude from the Texans. We got the dude from the Texans. And Dallas Turner had a sack. We our defense has played really well in the preseason. So I'm not too worried about our defense. I think the main thing is our quarterback. We
yeah,
did
yeah.
lose. We did lose. What else did we do? We did lose
I just
two cut.
signed Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, we signed Gilmore, so that'll be good. That's a solid
That's another
pickup.
highlight in the for wide receivers because he old now. So that's another
Yeah,
highlight from wide receivers
he
dusting
good.
him.
He
Like,
giving
who
me
was that?
Patrick. He
That's behind them.
he giving
Oh,
me
that's it.
Patrick Peterson or Xavier Rhodes.
Yep.
When both of those, when Xavier Rhodes and Patrick Peterson, both of them, when they came to our team, I was like, oh, we good. Xavier Rhodes held his own for a little bit there, but I was like, dang, he kind of getting washed.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, so I think we just had a lot of hits, whether that's off the field or on the field. It sucks all around. But I think we can still hold our own somewhat. I think we can get a quarterback. I think some of the young guys step up. Lewis Seen, he stepped up yesterday, the last preseason game. So he looked real good. Like I said, our defensive line looks really good. Um, yeah, so we shall see though. We shall see. We shall see. I
All right,
still got hope for my squad.
all right, we got 5 minutes left. So quick, I need your 7 playoff teams.
I was gonna have you throw. I was gonna throw it to you first.
Oh, okay, all right, I'll take it first. All right, so first of all right, I'm gonna go with the guys I got winning the division, which we already kind of said, but I'm just gonna go over again. San Fran, Philly, Atlanta, Detroit. Got 3 teams left. I got Green Bay. I got Cowboys, and this last one is tough. This last one is tough. I don't know how good. So this is the argument right here. How much effect is Aaron Donald loss is gonna have on the Rams, and how good will Caleb Williams be for Chicago?
That's a good one because I was gonna say my list was pretty much the same as you, except I have the Rams.
You got the Rams.
Yeah,
I do got the Rams, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago squeaks in.
yeah. The only reason why I don't have Chicago just yet, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a believer, but I'll have to see them play. And I feel like the product, at least on the offensive side, like you said, it will depend how big of a hit the Aaron Donald not being there is on the defensive side for LA. Watching LA's offensive side made me realize, all right, they got some key pieces to get them to where they need to go. So if they need to put points on the board, they can. Chicago just they since it's basically a brand new team, they haven't shown me that. That's where my hesitancy is.
Yeah.
On paper, they look fantastic, but what you've done in the past few years, this is a new team, so I haven't seen it yet. So I'm strictly going off of what I seen last year, probably which isn't good because a lot of pieces change in the off season and everything like that. But right now, I got LA, so my list is pretty much exactly the same, but I got LA.
I got LA too. I got LA too, to be honest. But I was saying that's where my debate comes in is between LA and Chicago. Um, I wouldn't be surprised with Tampa Bay squeaking in also, given
Yeah.
these two. I believe Chicago, that division is gonna beat each other up in that division. So I don't know how many
Oh
losses they're
yeah.
gonna come out with in that division. And I believe Tampa Bay might squeak by just because division wise. Let's just say they split with the Falcons or something like that. Or but they also got a tougher schedule than the Falcons also. And
Falcons got a tough
like
schedule though.
yeah, I mean the first 4 games. After that, it's just
They got to
it's
play Dallas.
I'm not worried about Dallas. I'm not,
Oh,
not
I'm not
worried
worried
about
about
Dallas.
Dallas.
No.
That's a big statement, man. All right.
I Now I am worried about left and right tackle because Michael Parsons is gonna be on a mission this year because
That's why I'm like,
he's trying to be a highest paid defense player in the league, so he's going to be on a mission. Now Jerry Jones might not make him the highest paid just because his name is Jerry Jones.
yeah,
So
I'm not worried.
yeah, Jerry Jones be like, you quiet.
Yeah. Hey,
Like,
good job. Good season.
yeah.
Yeah, good job. Can I get some
Nah,
more?
but
Huh?
nah, I ain't watching you. He wouldn't dare play Michael Parsons like that because anybody in the league is paying him. I don't care who you got. I
Yeah,
would
I'll pay him.
I'm trading whoever for as far as defensive wise. I'm trading whoever for him.
Mm-hmm.
But came up on the end. We got an hour and I mean my bad. A minute and 30 left. We're gonna get one quick NFC Super Bowl contender and then gonna wrap it up. So who you got?
Eesh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Since
We
we
got
only have a minute, I will say the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yep.
Um no, I'm just like
Ah, I'm
I'm
not
just
mad at
playing.
that. I will have on a
Uh,
Falcons shirt at
yeah,
some point this season.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna go with 49ers, and I can't give a breakdown because like I said we got less than a minute left. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I will sit up here and I will actually talk with y'all through the comments if you guys comment. So just want to say thank y'all for watching. I'll be back next week. Sam will be back here next week with me. We'll give an AFC breakdown next week. So appreciate y'all for watching. And I'll see y'all again soon.